This tutorial is sponsored by Patreon. Thank you all for your support. Okay, welcome back. So this second part, I did create a quick light switch tutorial so we can play with our light box more. So for now what we have is we can open it and we can pull the trigger. So when we pull this trigger, I really want to set electricity to be on or off. So inside of our electricity box, I'm gonna get another boolean and call it b has electricity. And here I'm gonna also put b. It's good practice. Makes your code cleaner. So b has electricity. So how do we grab this b has electricity? So out of our event begin play, we can get actor of class, and we can get our trigger box, not trigger box but electricity box, and promote it to elec box ref. Let's say that's gonna be our electricity box reference, and here get electricity box reference. When we pull it, we will set, my throat is killing me, we will set b has electricity, so let's make it wider a little bit. So if we pull the trigger, that means we have electricity. And if we pull it, if we didn't pull it, so if the trigger is up, then it don't have electricity, right? Okay, so this should be target of this, and we have some errors. If we compile our electricity box, now it should be fine. Okay, so here I want to create custom event that's gonna get my trigger up again. So refresh trigger, and basically we're gonna call this when we turn off electricity. When we have the event that we're gonna say, okay, shut down all electricity, and then this one is gonna go off as well. So basically what I want to do there is to set my trigger pivot to be where it is at the start, right? So -40, yeah, -40 on X. So on X it's gonna be -40, and we can set it to 0 because by default it's there. But we can also get relative rotation. We can split it just to be safe, and Y to Y, Z to Z. Just like that. Also, we're gonna set trigger pulled to be false. So next time we go and fix it, it's gonna be there. So yeah, okay. So this is refresh trigger, which we're gonna use when we shut down all the lights. So here in the BP electricity box, we're gonna create a custom event, call it shutdown electricity. And here we're gonna we're gonna get all actors of class, and if you follow my tutorial on light switch, you will have BP light, but you can select yours as well. So any actor that handles the lights in your game, and out of these actors, we're gonna get for each loop. So it's gonna go through all of these actors in our scene, and for each of it, it's gonna turn off light. And why I have turn off light here is simply because I made it in my BP light. Let me show you. So I made it here. I have the functions that simply just turn this light off. You can watch my tutorial light switch. It's part 16. So you can set it up just like I have. So yeah, so we're gonna turn off the lights, and we're gonna also set wait, if we turn off the lights, that's all. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so basically that's all we need to do here. That's gonna shut down all our electricity, but we have to also call trigger refresh trigger. So let's just do that real quick. How we can do that is simply if we go to event begin play, we can get actor of class. It can be BP trigger, and let's call it trigger ref. And here we can get trigger ref and refresh trigger, just like that. And here, just for the testing, I'm gonna print string trigger has been refreshed. Okay, so right now we have that done, and shutdown electricity should be working. So let's go ahead and create a small room around this. And I'm also gonna create another small room. I'm just gonna copy it. Just gonna copy this for the test purpose. Also, I'm gonna copy that, move it there, and now I'm gonna uncheck this, copy this, make it there, so we can check if that's really true about the lights. So first light is gonna be here. And the second light is gonna be here, but it has to be BP light as well. And let's set this one to be this one to be green, so we can tell the difference. Okay, also let's get our light switch. That's this simple button here. This tool. So how I create a light switch is you just click on the BP lights in the scene to decide which one is for which one. So if you go ahead now and press play, I can turn off this one and I can turn off this one. But yeah, this doesn't work now. So what I'm gonna do here is when the trigger is pulled down, I'm gonna shut down the electricity, and also I'm gonna set has electricity to be false. So now, instead of just calling has electricity here, I can just call shut down electricity, because when we pull it up, we're just shutting it down, basically. So yeah, okay, let's test that out. And we need to get here, right click, play from here. If I press here, if I pull it down, nothing really happens, but it says the trigger, oh, it does happen. Okay, let's see. So it triggers only the second time. Let me see. Okay. Okay. That's because our electricity box is on by default. And wait, let me just check again. So yeah, it's on by default. So when we pull this, we are basically just enabling it. But since it's already enabled, as you can see, nothing happens because it's already enabled. But if we turn it off, then the lights goes off. Okay. So let's just fix that up. We can, what we could do here is actually, we could we could set this as okay, I have idea. So has electricity is gonna be public, and here we are gonna branch it out, and we're gonna check if it has electricity, and if there is electricity, not here, sorry. This is gonna go into construction. So if it has electricity, then we want it to be down, right? So we want it to be how we set it up on 40, I believe. So let's do that right now. Electricity box, construction. If it is like, and it's on X, by the way. So let's just connect like this. So if we have electricity, so this is gonna check before the game starts, and it's gonna decide before the game starts. So if we do have electricity, it's gonna set our trigger to be down. But if it's set from the start that we don't have electricity, our trigger is gonna be up. And we're gonna do that right now. Obviously you should make this a little bit cleaner. Like this. Okay, and here it's gonna be -40. Target should be doors pivot. No, not doors pivot, sorry. I'm stupid. This should be in the BP trigger. In the construct, okay. We're just gonna go to the BP trigger, by the way. Not in the electricity box, but the BP trigger. And here we're gonna, in the event graph, we have electricity box reference right there. So from the electricity box reference, we need to get electricity, and instead of doors pivot, we need trigger pivot, like that. Oh, like that. Simple as that. And that should be working right now. So when the game constructs, it's gonna check if it has electricity. So let's check how that works. By default, I will set it by default that we have electricity, like here. And let's check it. If we have electricity, if we open it, it should be okay. It's not working. So we set it up that it has electricity, but the, let's print string has doesn't have no. So We can even set this on the begin play. Let's set it on the begin play and print string it has. No. So let's check. What does it say? Okay, so it says it has, it prints the string. So let's go ahead. So now it should be pointed to down. Yeah, exactly. So we have currently electricity, and if we, okay, that's a small problem. Let's see how we can fix that. And that's pretty easy fix, because that's only the problem in the trigger pulled. So our trigger is pulled if it have electricity. So here we should put it like that, and here we should put it to false. And now everything should be working. If we open it up, we have electricity, we can turn it off. And now we can, let me just create simple small light so you can see what is happening here. So I turn it off, there is no light. I turn it back on, it doesn't turn on, but if we go ahead and press the light switch, we can turn it off. And this light that you see in the background, this white, is from here. So if we press it off, we can still, okay, this is not good. Oh yeah, the light switches need the functionalities as well. Let me just check this weird thing that happens when I press it to go up. Okay, let me check that. So what it happens is, yeah, I think we are gonna need animation, because we don't have animation here. Let's see, so by default it's set to 40. Okay, let me see. So right now it's at 40, I believe, and it goes to minus 40. From 40 to minus 40. So what we should do here, basically, I think it's here, so from minus 40 we should pull reverse, if I'm correct. Let me try like this. Let me try if that's gonna work. No. Okay, that's not it. I'm just theory crafting right now. Okay, but the base functionality is done. Let me just get the light switches working as well. So we're gonna turn on light and turn it off only if there is electricity. And from the begin play in the light, I'm gonna get actor of class. I'm gonna get my electricity box. I'm gonna promote it to elect box ref. This is all happening in our PP light. So we will turn on light only if it has electricity. or rather I could even make it in the light switch here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it in the light switch, to be honest. I think it's better. Yeah, let's do it in light switch. Okay. We can delete this here. Save all. Let's see, light switch. Yeah, let's do it here. So the same thing that I did there. I'm gonna go get all actors of class. I'm gonna get BP electricity box. Not get all, get actor. BP electricity box, then that's gonna be our promote variable. Alex box reference. Right, so here from the electric box reference, before we even open the light or turn it off, we cannot even use light switch if we don't have electricity. So if there is no electricity, we cannot use it, but if has electricity is true, we can go ahead and use it. So let's go ahead and create it, test it. So right now we have electricity, we can turn it on and off, but now there is no electricity anymore. This is the light that I put for testing, and I cannot interact. And if I remove this light again, like this, if I play from here, and I turn off light, as you can see, all lights in the level are gonna turn off. Every light that has BP light inside of it, so every actor that is BP light is gonna turn off, because what we did was we created a event to shut down electricity. So now, how you could implement this in your code is basically, for example, I will show you in my player character. Let's say H key is gonna trigger shutdown electricity, but for it to happen, I need to go to the begin play, and from the begin play, I will just let me create another pin. Get actor of class electricity box. You can do this in game mode as well, wherever you want, and I will promote it to variable and call it elect box ref. So now, when you want to turn off the electricity, what you would do is get electricity box and shut down electricity. And when you do this, how can you do this? Is basically you have a code, right? You set up your whole code, and because of this code, you want to run shutdown electricity at the end of it, right? So for example, the player turned on 6 lights at once, you have code for this, and then at the end you just shut down the electricity like this. So I will show you it works. If I go ahead and press play, if I press H key, it's gonna turn off like that. So yeah, that's working. We can remove this. So everything works as we want, and you have your trigger box. So now there is a lot of ways you can randomize it, but I'm not gonna go into the details right now. I just wanted to create an electricity box, and maybe in the future I can go over it. If you want, leave it in the comments and I will check it out. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.